Okay, you guys. So I'm really excited about this Zoom. I have been praying for a couple days about like what is this Zoom supposed to be? Because right, like we're coming off of conference, there's so many things happening, and I wanted to make this quiz for those of you guys that are live that I wanted to like get into the nitty-gritty with you. Like I wanted to know all the things. The quiz was going to be anonymous, but it said no. If you guys will send me your answers, or if you want to put them in the chat, great. If you do not want to, you do not have to. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the screen of what the quiz was supposed to be. Okay, because I will show you guys that I did it. Okay, it's here. It just isn't. So I'm going to share the screen, you guys, of what the quiz was supposed to be. Okay. So if you want to put your answers in the chat, please do. I'm going to scroll through them slowly. Okay. In the chat, let me know what your lifetime rank is. If you're brand new, just put distributor or new, whatever. Did you maintain rank? You can say yes or no. Last month. What amount do you need to live right now? Okay. So I'm not saying like, what's like, okay, I could quit my job. I could just, I'm saying like, if there's a gap in your finances right now, what is that? Does that make sense? Like what is that gap? Okay. And then what amount do you want that would make everything different? That would allow you to pay off some debt, afford the extras, maybe a little weekend getaway. Okay. Not like I want $40,000 a month. Okay. Do you complete your task list daily? Does your task list challenge you? You guys see, I put time and effort into this. Like I tested it. This is the one though that I want to know primarily for sure. Okay. What task do you avoid doing or do the least or have the most trouble doing? Are you in your first 3 months? How much time do you spend on it a day? How many house posts do you get up a day? Or how many did you get up yesterday? Do you work a full-time job and what's your biggest struggle? If that was a lot, because I know it is. You can send that to me privately if you're in my team. If you don't want to, you guys, it's okay. I'm going to go through and scroll through real quick. Double diamond, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yes. Awesome. I'm proud of you for maintaining. No, you did not. That is okay, girl. That is so normal. Okay. Need. Okay. So here's what I want you guys. Where's the quiz? It didn't work. It did not work. It did not work. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, devil works hard, but God works harder, you guys. God wanted everyone, including the people that were watching recording, to see this. Okay. So, okay. So we're going to stop the share, you guys. If you want to see the quiz again later, I will show it. Okay. Here is what I want to share with you guys tonight. I took notes. There's a couple things that I'm going to talk about. But the first thing that I'm going to ask you guys is like, how bad do you want it? Like, are you at the point where you've had enough of your own crap? Do you know what I'm saying? Like you've had enough of yourself being like, oh, I can't do it. Or you've had enough of yourself being like, I'm just so tired. I'm just so sick. I just like can't, you know what I'm saying? Like all of the little things in your head where you're just letting yourself down. Have you had enough of that crap of yourself? Okay. And I'm not saying that to be mean and be like, you're crap. Like, I'm just saying we've all been there. I have been there. And honestly, just the past week or so, like right before conference, I had to get myself there too, because life has been happening, you guys. When I tell you that life has happened this month, I cannot even, we have been sick, not once, not twice, but 3 times, had been hospitalized once. We went out of town for a whole week. Then we had conference, and then we had 2 first birthday parties. And then we had my Instagrams got shut down. Then my TikTok got taken down. And then my Facebook got taken down only for like a couple hours. You guys, like, it was like thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. Right. And when things just keep happening, you hit a point where you're like, I just can't. But what became so clear to me, you guys, is there's only 2 ways out. There's only 2 possible things that are going to come out of this. Okay. Thing number 1, outcome number 1, there's only 2. Outcome number 1 is you succeed, right? You hit your goals. Outcome number 2 is you quit. That's it. Okay. Either you quit or you keep persevering until you hit your goals. And I promise you, The enemy wants you to quit, but God has a plan for you to succeed. Okay. You have to see it through. Okay. So I want you to ask yourself, like, what dream is tied to this business? Okay. I know, put a 1 in the chat if you're like, I'm still in the point where like, I'm just needing this business to like survive, and put a 2 in the chat if you're like, I'm on to the dreams. Let me know in the chat. 1, I'm trying to survive. 2, I'm dreaming. Okay. And there's no shame in that. There is no shame, you guys. When I started, I was surviving. Okay. I was surviving for a real long time because life was really freaking hard. Okay. Surviving is not fun. Let me tell you first off, you guys, you are not meant to just survive through life. You are meant to survive, you're meant to thrive, and you're meant to live, and you're meant to enjoy, right? You're not just going to survive your whole life. Already decide that. Okay. But those things that are tied to this business, right? Is it worth the hard times, the frustrations, the no's? Would you look at your kids and say, sorry, we can't buy a house. We can't pay our rent because someone told me no. Sorry, you can't go to baseball. You can't be on the tournament baseball team because someone ignored my message yesterday. Sorry, you cannot take dance classes because I just don't wanna. Would you say that to your kids? No, right? You'd be like, I'm gonna do the dang thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna figure it out. But a lot of times in this business, the only thing we have tied to this is ourselves. And we're like, okay, if we quit, the only thing that fails is me. No, no, no. If you quit, if you stop, if you give in to those little things that are trying to hold you back, you're letting so many more down. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad and make you feel guilty, but I want you to see the power of what you have. I want you to see the power of what is in your hands and what you can do for your family. Okay, I want you to have that dream, and I want you to truly envision it actually happening. Right? Instead of just something you think about, what would it actually look like? If you were bringing in $10,000 a month, instead of just this thing on your dream board, what would your life look like? Do you know? Or is it just like, oh, that'd be nice? Because your body and your life cannot go somewhere that your heart and your head have not went already. You have to believe it here and here before you're ever actually going to get there. You're never going to get there if you're stuck here thinking there is too far. What you guys are doing when we're in this spot where it feels really hard, it feels like it's so far away. You guys are in a car and you're like, why won't you just drive? But you're just sitting in neutral. All you got to do is put it into drive. But you're stuck in neutral. You're stuck in your thoughts. You're stuck in this spot that it's like, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not experienced enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not old enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. Right? We all have those things. You guys, y'all know my friend Mariah Newsom. Her favorite story about me, she has two, but one of them that I will share with you guys is when I first started this business, I thought legitimately you had to be blonde to be an ambassador diamond. I don't know why. I don't know. And so if you look at my Instagram back in 2018, guess who was trying to go blonde? Me. Guess whose hair turns orange and not blonde? Me. Okay. And then I don't know why, but I opened my eyes and I saw Stephanie Dunn was #1 and she didn't have blonde hair. And I was like, well, shoot, that was all in my head. You guys, 99% of the problems in this business are in your head. 99% of your holdbacks, your things that are stopping you from where you want to be are in your head. They're not real. And so I ask you, those things that are stopping you, those things that your mind is telling you, do you know without a shadow of a doubt that that is a true thought? That is true, no matter what? Yes, that's 100% true. Do you know without a shadow of a doubt that you can't make $10,000 a month with this company? No, you don't know. Right? You don't know. You can. Of course you can. So I want you to realize that. And that's where we're going to start. But you guys, one thing, or the next thing that I want to talk about, you guys, is that question when I said, what is the task that you avoid doing, or you do the least, or you have the most trouble doing? Okay. Put it in the chat, you guys. Put it in the chat. Hap. Okay. Reels. Hap, reels. Okay. Follow up. Becky, you and me both, girl. You and me both. Okay? Here's the thing. Let me tell you. Whatever that is what's stopping you. One of the things stopping you. Okay? And so what I want to ask you is what I had to ask myself at the beginning of this month is I said, why do I know what my biggest problems are, but I don't do anything about it? I'm just like, yeah, I'm just bad at that. Anyone been like that? Because you're like, people have always told me, oh, Courtney, you're a messy person. I'm like, yeah, I'm just a messy person. I am. But there are things I can do about it. Why don't I fix it? I don't know. I'm just messy. It is what it is. That's just the end of the story. No, that's not the end of the story. You can change it at any point. And so at the beginning of the month, there were two things that I struggled with. I mean, just in this business and life, y'all don't got time for that. Okay. But in this business, the two biggest things that I struggled with was keeping track of my potentials. And number two was staying in touch with my team. And my girls, I love you. I'm so sorry. Okay. I could never figure out a system that worked for my brain. Okay. I've tried 7,000 different, like planners and notebooks and things and like so many different things, and it never made sense to me. It could never come together. Okay. And so I was talking to Mariah, and we were doing the follow-ups for the $20 BBKs, right, for conference. And she was just like, send them out. And I was like, what is the system? What do you do? And she was like, oh, I just do a notes folder, like a note on my phone, and just label it every month. And then I put an emoji by their name if they're supposed to start or order. Like she has a customer and then a distributor one. And then there's an emoji if they say they're supposed to, but like they don't. She's like, and then I just delete them when y'all are confused. Hold on. I'll share my screen. Y'all are looking at me like I cut my head off. Hold, please. I don't know if it's going to share my screen. I'll just show it. Okay. So I did not update this. I don't work on Sundays. Okay. If you guys can see this, it's real little right now. Okay. So it's just May 2024 potentials. Okay. DT PMs. Okay. See this emoji right here? That means she was supposed to start. Okay. She said she was joining. She didn't yet. When one of these people do, I will delete them. Okay. So when she gets any sort of promo, when there's a promo for a BBK, she goes through and follows up with the emoji people first. And I'm like, that's freaking genius. Genius, right? Okay. The second thing that I had trouble with, I figured out a solution. I made a notes folder with like links to contacts so it was easier for me to text people, right? So what I want to challenge you to do, you know what your problem is. You know what you're struggling with, whether it's messaging for host posts, whether it's doing the reels, whether it's doing the things, right? The problem, you know. But here's the thing. Yeah, it's just the notes on iPhone. You can just use any note folder or any note app on any phone. The thing is, you guys, you know your problem, and you probably know where to find a solution. You're just not willing to find the solution, learn the solution, and implement the solution. Right? For those of you that, oh my God, Katarina, your faces are killing me. You're like up on my screen and I'm dying. You are my favorite person in the world. We need to be best friends. Anyways, okay. Like for those of you that said your biggest problem is reels, okay? I know there's 7,000,001 Zooms about how to do reels and how to find music and how to do words and how to do, right? There's all the trainings, but you're not doing them. Why? Why? If you're struggling with doing host posts, you don't know, you're not messaging enough. Have you talked to your enroller? Have you told them you've struggled? Have you done the things they've told you to do? Okay. I'm not saying that from a mean place, but you guys, you cannot stay in this bubble of I have all of these problems, and then when a solution is presented to you, you're like, no, I have a problem. I'm just here. I have a problem. We'll just forever have a problem. Okay. Next, you need to take quitting off the table. Because if you have quitting on the table, it's always going to be in the back of your head. It's always going to be, okay, I could keep going, or I could just quit. I could do this, or I could just go get I could just get a second job. I could do this, or I could just be done. Right? Your body and your mind and your heart always want to take the comfortable way out. Okay? They always want to stay comfy. And guess what, sis? most likely, if you're number one, you put a 1 in the chat that you're just trying to survive, your body, this is gonna hurt a little bit, but someone told me this and I was like, that was rude, but also I needed to hear it. Your body, your mind, your heart, your soul is comfy being broke. Okay? You are comfy being broke. And the thought of having enough money scares you. Even if you're not willing to admit it, even if that sounds crazy to you, it scares you because you're like, what if I get it and then I spend it all? What if I get it and then I lose rank and I don't make enough the next month? What if I get it and I don't know what to do? What if I get it and this happens? Okay? Maybe you grew up as a kid and people told you that your parents told you that rich people were rude, right? Or that rich money was evil, or there's all these things, you guys. There's that book. I think it's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Is that it? Ashley Pfluger, you know which one I'm talking about. I know you do. I think you're running. Go you, girl. Run for me. Run a lap because I don't run. Okay, Gabby said yes. Okay, you guys go read that. If you know you have money struggles, the thing is, you are always going to want to stay comfy. So if you're comfy being broke, anything that's going to pull you out is going to feel harder than it needs to be. And so this is going to be work. This is going to challenge you. This is going to push you. But if you push through to the other side, everything changes. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. It's really short. I've read it like 4 times. I probably need to read it again. Okay. It's about like the mental blocks with money. So thank you, Teresa. You guys, how many of you put a 3 in the chat if you are currently struggling with feeling like you just don't have enough time to work this business? You be honest. Okay. 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 I am going to give it to you straight first. Okay. This is for those of you that are like, I am all in on this business. I want to do the things. I want to make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10,000 a month. If you just want to make 200, 300, this isn't for you. Okay. If you want thousands and thousands of dollars a month, this is for you. Okay. Wake up earlier, go to bed later. I did something yesterday that I hated. Okay. But you know, sometimes that God makes you do stuff that you're like, I don't want to do that. Okay. So when I was praying about this Zoom, I knew that a lot of y'all were going to be like, I work full time and I have 7,042 kids and I don't know, I don't have enough time to work this business. Right. And so God told me, wake up at 6 a.m. I think that day should not start until there are 2 digits before the colon. Okay. That's just what I don't think the day should start before then. But so God said, wake up at 6 a.m., go outside. I have a little egg chair outside. Sit in your egg chair. I want you to do an hour of time with me and then an hour in this business before the kids wake up, because my kids wake up at 8. And I'm like, okay, but like, I normally work the business just like around my kids. Like I just do what I do when I can. Right. And so I was like, whatever, fine. So my alarm went off at 6. I pushed it to 6:10 and I was like, man, I can't just like say no to God. So I got up, I did my Bible stuff. I just sat in peace. I didn't even look at my phone until 7. And at 7 a.m., I only worked. Okay. I did not answer messages. I didn't scroll. I didn't do anything. I purely did my task list. I got every single thing done besides another post because I wasn't going to post twice in an hour. You know what I'm saying? And 25 more host post messages. So in 1 hour, I got 2 reels posted because I did pre-record them. Do that for yourself. Okay. 2 reels posted, 50 host to post messages sent, 50 friend requests sent, 1 post up, stories posted, follow-ups done, next day follow-ups done, second entry host to post messages done, caught up on all my host to posts in an hour of intentional. Oh, and I got 10 host to posts up in that hour of intentional work. And so when you say you don't have enough time, I get it. Okay. I get it. I honestly think this business got harder for me when I quit my full-time job because then I got home and I had all the time and I was like, I don't gotta do nothing. I can just chill all day. I didn't have kids. I didn't have pets. I don't know what I did with my life. I don't know. Nothing. I just enjoyed life. But okay, you need to put this first, not first, but like you need to make this a priority. You have to. Because if you're sitting in your life and you're like, there is truly no more time here, I do not have the chance to work, then you have to wake up earlier and you have to go to bed later. Wake up at 30 minutes earlier, go to bed 30 minutes later. It's not going to kill you. I promise. You're probably up that 30 minutes anyways. You're just laying in bed trying to fall asleep and you're like, you could get a lot done. Make it a priority. Okay. When I worked full time, I got up earlier. I got up an hour earlier. You guys have heard this story. And if you're not, I'm going to share it real quick. I went from executive maintaining distributor to the next month I went Emerald. I went from never signing more than 4 customers in a month. The next month I signed over 80. Okay. Here's the thing, you guys. Want to know what changed? I did. I decided to make it a priority. I decided that I wasn't going to fail. I decided that I was actually going to do the things that I said I was going to do. I was actually going to do the task lists. I was actually going to get up the host posts. I was actually going to keep myself accountable. I was actually going to do everything. Okay. So I worked a full-time job and it was an hour away. So I had to leave my house at 8. I got home at 6 p.m. Then we had to eat dinner and then we went to the gym because I don't know, I just liked working out every day. I still do, but whatever. Okay. That was a non-negotiable for me because that was good for my head. Okay. I'm not saying you can't do anything. Okay. So my day was pretty much full 8 a.m. to like 8:30 or 9 p.m. was full. Okay. So what I did, because I was also in insurance sales, so I had to look just like decent every day. Okay. So what I did is I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. Okay. 5:30 every single morning. And I worked until 7 a.m. I got ready. I went to work. And then when I got home, once everything was done, I stayed up until 11 o'clock getting everything done, you guys. So I worked probably 3 to 4 hours a day. Plus I was working on my lunch break. Plus I was working when I peed. My boss probably thought I had a UTI or something because I was peeing all the dang time. Because I was like, hold up, someone messaged me. I got to go real quick. You guys, I made it a priority. I was doing the things because I was sick of letting myself down. I was sick of being like, what the heck is wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Why can't I succeed? I made it a priority. And I went from distributor to Emerald in a month. And then a couple months later, I went diamond. And a couple months later, I went double diamond. And I paid off all my debt and I quit my full-time job. And I have not looked back since. Make it a priority. Okay. I need you to stop having small goals. I need you to stop. If Teresa does a 5:30 a.m. power hour, it's always in the power hour chat. If you're on my team, I will share her graphic after this. Okay. So many of you guys, okay, I want you guys to be honest. Put a 0 in the chat if you've said in the, like, I just want to sign a couple customers this month. I just want to sign a couple of customers. Like, I'd be happy if I signed 1 or 2. Be honest. You can put a 0 in the chat if that's what you said. It's okay. There's no shame in that game. I've been there. I remember the day when Lindsay would be like, what's your goal? And I'm like, survive. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't have a goal. Just want to like function, like post once a week. I don't know. Okay. I need you to make bigger goals. Bare minimum, honestly, 12 customers, 3 distributors. It is not hard. Here's the thing, you guys, if you make your goal 2 customers, you're going to sign maybe 1. If you're not giving it your all, right? Like 2 customers is not going to do a dang thing for your paycheck. It's not going to do a dang thing for your excitement. And then you're going to be like, I just want to go diamond. Well, your goals are this big, but then you're like, let's go diamond. No. Okay. 12 customers, 3 distributors. If you are doing your task list every single day and doing the follow-ups and doing the host posts and with the right mindset, you will do that easily. I cannot count a month in the past 6 years since I made that decision that I have not signed at least 12 customers and 3 distributors. There was not 1 month. Not 1. Okay. This business is not hard. You just need to get in it. You just need to do it. Okay. So I need you to decide to be excited about this business. I need you to decide that you're going to be successful. I need you to decide that It Works is going to work for you. Okay? For those of you that have been in this business for a while, people are running back to the company. Okay? And I love it. I love it so much because it shows the people that are here. People have tried other companies and they're like, nope, It Works is still it. It Works is it. Okay? If you are brand new and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, just know we have the best company in the world. That's all you got to go. That's all you got to know. It's fine. Okay? Know what you have your hands on. If you have not had the chance to meet our corporate staff, to meet our people, you will know why this is it. You guys, I don't know if you saw on Instagram, It Works. Our corporate account posted, what can we be praying for you for today? I seriously, it stopped me in my tracks and I was like, this is why I love our company. Right now, there are so many people shying away from those things. And our company's like, hi, we love Jesus. How can I pray for you? And I was like, that is why I'm here. Okay. Know what the heart of the company is and know that you're in the right place. Okay. So what I want you to do, you guys, I want you to get serious. Okay. And when you sign those distributors, you're not going to do this business for them. You're going to take the time to get to know them and get to loving on them and get to training them so that they too can work this business. Okay. Get serious. Know what your goals are because there's nothing stopping you but you. Okay. There's nothing different than you and the other person besides the fact that they're working harder. That person that you're watching that you're like, man, why can't I just be like them? Why can't my reel just go viral? Why can't I just do that? Why can't I just have this, right? The only difference is they believe in themselves and they're working harder. Okay? That's it. I don't know if she's on here, but Caitlin Desloge once told me, I don't know who told her, but she told me this when I was in a dark place, and it was, I will never forget it. Can I ask you something? How do you just stop feeling sorry for yourself and get out of that funk? Okay, so I have been there many a times. Okay, I've struggled with mental health my entire life. It is what it is. It's a very common thing. What I do, okay, is I give myself a time where I literally just brain dump. Okay, I just literally write out all the things that I'm mad at. What, like, literally, just like every little thing. I'm like, the freaking clock is so loud. It's driving me nuts. Okay, and then like my shirt got stuck on the. Like, I write out everything that's made me mad in the past couple of days that led me to this point. Okay, I get it all out because a lot of times the reason you're stuck is because you're just holding it and you're like, it's fine, it's fine, I'm fine, it's fine, it's fine, I'm fine. Right? You know that Zoom or that meme of the thing in the fire room and they're like, it's fine, I'm fine. That's you. Okay, you got to get it all out. Then what I want you to do is throw it away. Throw it away. And I want you to think of a different time in this business or even just in life. What is something that like instantly and you're like, I'm just happy you're doing this? Is it going on a walk? Is it walking around Target and buying yourself a Starbucks? Is it a song? Is it a movie? Okay. My husband knows if I'm mad, there are 2 songs he can put on and I cannot be mad anymore. It's just, it's impossible. Okay. He knows the cheat code to Courtney. It just is what it is. What is that? So I need you to get it all out and then pick yourself up. You cannot stay there anymore. You cannot stay there anymore. You have to make conscious decisions to get yourself out of that place. Because when you're in that place, if you sit there, the longer you do, you're just going to keep sinking. You're just going to keep sinking. And the longer you're there, it's going to be harder to get yourself out. So start getting yourself out now. Okay? Get it all out and take conscious efforts, take steps every single day to do something. But if you're in that spot where you're just in a funk and you're in this hole, right? You cannot go from sitting at the bottom of a hole to be like, I'm going to go climb Mount Everest today. No. Okay. You cannot. Okay. So if you're in a place where I don't know who you are. Okay. I don't know you. I don't know if you haven't done a host to post in 6 months. Okay. You cannot go from that place to be like, I'm going to get up 20 host to post tomorrow. Okay, so give yourself small wins to get yourself out of that hole. Be like, you know what? I'm going to post today. You know what? I'm going to make my coffee on my stories today. I'm going to send 10 host to post messages. Start small and give yourself little wins where you're like, oh my God, I did it. And then grow on those. Okay. Grow on those. You are here for a reason. You guys, I know this was not a training Zoom where I'm like, this is my host post method. I think there are those Zooms all the time and they're great and I love them. But sometimes we need that smack in the face where it's like, okay, yeah, been there. Okay. You guys, what Caitlin told me, and I don't know if this is word for word, but this is how I heard it. And she told me, Courtney, she said, Courtney, your dream rank, your dream life, your dream income have already happened. They're already done. They've already been completed. You just haven't gotten there yet. But it's done. You just got to get there. It's done. You just got to get there. You guys, how many of you you're just waiting for that little bit of like, okay, if you're on this run, right? If someone told you, I need you to run 10 miles and I'll give you $10 million, you would do it. Right? Probably. They didn't say how long. You can run 10 miles in 10 years. I don't care. Okay. But if they're like, I need you to run, and I'm not going to tell you for how long, but you keep running, eventually I'm going to give you $400 million. You'd be like, oh, shoot, I'm just running. I'm just running. We're just going to do the things. It's fine. But so many of you guys are just sitting here and you're like, am I doing all this work for no reason? Am I doing all this for nothing? You guys, if you're going to be honest with yourself, and if you want to, put a 7 in the chat if you've thought that. You're like, is this all for nothing? Is all this effort for nothing? Because I remember I was there where I'm like, why am I even wasting my time? I'm so proud of you guys for being honest. Because that's a hard feeling. To be like, I don't even know. Okay? Let me tell you a secret. You are not going to get there until you start believing that you're going to get there. You are not going to get there. You are going to continue wasting your time until you stop thinking that it's a waste of time. When you're in the spot of, is this worth it or not? It's not worth it right then. Because you have to believe it first. You have to. You guys know those days where like you wake up late and then you spill your coffee and then you can't find your keys and then your shirt gets stuck and then your shoe breaks and then it's like anything else. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's where you are right now in this business if you're there. And so you have to flip the switch. You have to flip the switch. You have to. Like John said in his speech, you guys cut the net. Visualize yourself actually doing the things you want to do. Are you listening to those reporters saying there's no freaking way? That's a little voice in your head that's like, there's no freaking way that you're ever going to do that. There's no way. Or are you saying, you know what? I don't care what that says. I don't care what that is telling me. I'm doing it. I can see myself as Diamond. I can see myself doing this. You guys, those bonuses, those breakthrough bonuses, including the match, you guys, there is so much money on the table. There is so much money, you guys. Stop believing that you can't. I promise you there's going to be someone that joins this month that earns a breakthrough bonus. Why not? There are people that join this company every month who join and go diamond the same month. If they can, why not you? Because they're excited and they believe in themselves and they're doing the dang thing. So I want you to leave this Zoom. I want you to get excited. I want you to get believing in yourself and I want you to get doing the dang thing. Okay, you guys, I love you all so much. Stop letting the enemy win. Stop letting the enemy tell you that you're not worth it, that you can't do it, that there's something wrong with you. You are everything God made you to be. He has you here for a reason. He has you on the Zoom for a reason. There are so many lives tied to your name that need you to keep going so that you can bless them. Keep going. Do the thing. Okay. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.